feels like freedom. The ideology of sin, we no longer need it. Hey all, hey y'all. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips, and you are tuned in to Kingdom Things Podcast with me, Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I am the biblically prophesied Messiah, the Jewish culture widely awaited Mashiach, the Hindu culture prophesied Kalki. Full circle moment, alert, alert, so are you. Why, Ashley? Thank you for asking me this question. What I have in me, you have in you. What you have in you, I have in me. We are all authentic frequencies, dimensions of the oneness of all things. Having a human experience, our limitless potentials, the divine wisdoms, the chakma, the bina, the energies of the infinite sea in which we are experiencing humanality or humanism, or the manifestation of being a human being of planet Earth, to experience our limitless potentials within the paradigms of time and space, or the illusion of finite, to assist with the growth and evolution of all things. As we journey our realities, or as we live our lives, we evolve the oneness of all things by the way we show up in every moment, every season, every given reason. The way we show up in every moment, every season, every given reason is our soul's contribution towards the evolution of all things. What we intended to contribute towards the evolution of all things. Irregardless of how your moments, seasons, reasons look like, or how you perceive your moments, seasons, and reasons, they are intentional divine mandates, universal ordering, to assist with growing and evolving all things. Within Kingdom Things Podcast, I use my shaman mama capabilities, or my multidimensionalities, or my soul gifts, or my ESP, or my psychic abilities, ESP, extrasensory perception, or psychic abilities, in order to channel energies and messages from the oneness of all things. Publish the energies and messages in which I channel into the podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with me, Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Follow if you're watching on Spotify. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube to help proliferate the Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Journey to a healed and balanced human culture, planet Earth. We are awakening in the masses, humanity, to remembrance that we are one with all things. To remembrance that our ancestral history that said that we were definite or finite or limited or lacked anything in any moment was a part of the makings of us, was a part of our evolution, was a part of the paradigms of understanding of ourselves to what contribute towards the evolution of all things. The grander truth in which we're all awakening to internally, having bouts of satori or spontaneous spiritual awakening to our divine remembrance of the divine energies in which we are. The remembrance again that we're one with all things, that we're limitless. And we're having these experiences, our energies manifested as whatever your name is, as human being of planet Earth, wherever you live as human being of planet Earth, whatever your occupation is as human being of planet Earth, whatever home you live in as human being of planet Earth, whatever car you drive as human being of planet Earth, whatever bus you ride as human being of planet Earth, whatever bike you ride, whatever route you walk to wherever you're going as human being of planet Earth, we are all divine presence. We are all the divine God, Elohim, Shekinah, the most high white light creator energy, having a human experience in order to grow and evolve all things. Our humanism has 0 degrees of separation from the divine. As because of what? We are the divine, experiencing humanism, or the way we show up at any given moment, any given season, any given reason, in order to assist with growing and evolving all things. Why, Ashley? How, Ashley? Let's get into a little science. Principle of conservation. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. We know through our sciences all things are energy. And there's a channel for my soul, Frequential Patterning Part 1. I'll link this below. And the Kingdom Things Podcast reference content, as well as Frequential Patterning Part 2. A channel for my heart space or my soul space that there are an infinite number of ways to perceive reality. And there are an infinite number of paradigms in reality to perceive. What does this mean? The way in which we are energy. We know through our sciences that all things are energy. And the way you show up at any moment as the energy in which you are emanates is the frequential patterning that assists with the evolution and growth of all the energy of all things. So we are Shekinah energy, high white light creator energy, multidimensional energy, limitless potential energy, having this human experience in order to assist with growing and evolving all things, or to create evolution, or to create expansion, to expound upon limitless potentials. I channeled, I'll link it below, Human 2000 Year Reset. I had a conversation with God. I was walking and I was remembering about the Satori. I can ask myself questions and the divine or my soul will answer the questions from internally. So it was questions and a Q&A with God, the divine or my soul. And the way, however you relate with God or your soul, the oneness of all things, what is this? This is your authentic perception or authentic lingo with the universe or the oneness of all things. And it's valid for you. It's intended for you. It's a divine mandate, universal alignment for you in order for you to be your authentic soul's frequency, to assist with the growth and evolution of all things. I had a conversation with the divine. The divine's like, Ashley, you're not the only dimension. You're not the only dimension of you. We're getting into parallel realities, parallel universes. The divine is like, there are many yous with your name. And I switch variables, slight variables in every dimension of you. And truly, everyone that's watching this, I'm a mirror of you, you're a mirror of me. We're dimension shifts of each other. It's like a science experiment. Whenever you're doing a science experiment, you have a question. And then you have your hypotheses. And then you have variable changes that you change. You change slight variables within each trial or each trial of the experiment to see how the variable switches affect the tests in which you're conducting. The test in which the divine is conducting is manifold, is infinite, because there's infinite things happening, infinite paradigms. Which gets me to the human being Dharmic purpose. The divine says, humanity, I created you. From the beginning of space and time, the biblical story, the 6 spheres of creation coming together to create a more omnipotent, powerful, well-balanced, unconditional, loving God creator, God energy. I created human beings of planet Earth to be a mirror of the divine. Or to what? Be God in the physical. Limitless potentials in the physical. I channeled In Plain Sight, Kingdom Things Podcast, In Plain Sight. I'll link it below in the reference content. It is audio style, where I record voice memos as I live my life, and I amalgamate the voice memos. They're all channeled nonetheless. The divine was like, whenever creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. The beginning of space and time, 6 spheres of creation came together. And I've read in other places, like Kabbalah, Judaism, 7 spheres. I asked God about it. God was like, that's semantics. Just understand that you come from spheres of creation. So I channeled 6 spheres of creation came together at the beginning of space and time with the intention to create a more omnipotent, more abundant, a well-balanced, unconditionally loving, compassionate energy, which the divine or infinite potentials needed, or God needed, or Allah needed, or Hashem needed, or Shekinah needed, or Allah needed. Because whenever creation or God needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. The beginning of space and time, the 6 spheres of creation came together to create a more omnipotent, loving, limitless potential energy. Chaos ensued. The 6 energies actually created imbalance, perceived imbalance. And that's where space and time was conceived. The paradigm of space and time was conceived because of what? Whenever creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. Space and time ensued. The galactic creation ensued. I channeled within the Kingdom Things Podcast, installment Humans Ashamed to Be humans ashamed of being human, plus galactic creation. I channeled that. Galactic creation, space and time, the paradigm of space and time and galactic creation are a minute paradigm within the expansiveness of infinite creation. Galactic creation ensued once these 6 spheres of creation came together to create a more omnipotent, abundant energy. Space and time, galactic creation ensued. And that's where the quest or the origins of us, the human being, the bipedal man of God's creation, came into fruition or came into necessity. We became a need in God's creation when the 6 spheres of creation came together and created imbalance. Oh, we're about to get into it, baby. New understandings. They're kind of new. I've been going over this with the spirit ancestral forces for a while, but it didn't really click. And I feel like it's about to click with this channeling right here. I'm excited. Why did the bipedal man, or the human beings of planet Earth, bipedal man, BTW, by the way, there are many bipedal men in galactic creation. We are one of many infinite dimensions of bipedal men in galactic creation. 6 spheres of creation came together, created chaos and balance. Space and time, galactic creation ensued. Why? Whenever creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. Henceforth, the quest or the evolution or the origin point of us, humanity, the bipedal man, dimensions of the bipedal man, came into necessity to balance out the energies of the summation of the 6 spheres of creation coming together and alchemizing this imbalance, this chaos. Bipedal, duality, opposites, form, organization, balance, equilibrium, quantifiable, finite. All of these words are paradigms to that. Create construct or order. We don't have to imagine it too much because this is the story, the makings of us. But let's just say, imagine trying to order infinite. And not only trying to order infinity, imagine trying to make order out of infinity, and not only attempting to make order out of infinity, but infinity in chaos. Ooh, that's a day at the office. This is a day at the office. We need all hands on deck. Hey, Jim's team over in finance, can you come up to floor 6? We're trying to make order out of imbalanced, chaotic infinity. We need help. We need all the teams in the building to come help us. Imagine. Human Dharmic purpose. The divine says, humanity, you exist to journey your lives in an inquisitive way, in a divinely intelligent way, as you're all awakening to your divine wisdoms, or the energies and alchemies and experiences that you've had throughout all of space and time. To utilize these wisdoms to order your life, or to evolve yourselves and your energy, to project realities that mirror the choices that you're utilizing through your divine wisdoms to order your life, or to be in more balance. We were created to be happy, well, abundant, and joy and love with the fact that we exist. The divine wants to see, what do we create? The choices that we make as we awaken to our divine wisdoms, and we apply these divine wisdoms or the experiences of our soul sojourn to the way we live our human lives, to create more balance within our homes, within our reality, within human culture. This energy permeates out into existence or the oneness of all things. As a human being of planet Earth is created to be limitless. So for using the word quantum, as these are the terms that I understand, at this time in my embodiment, my authentic frequency as Ashley-Nicole Phillips, the human being of planet Earth, we're limitless or quantumly entangled with every dimension of God's creation. So as we live our lives inquisitively, principle of correspondence, universal law of correspondence, as below, so above, everything in our reality is a mirror of the energies in which we hold. We garner the wisdoms from being inquisitive about our realities, which brings me to the Kingdom Things podcast, Call to Action. Sit with yourself every day for at least 1 hour. Ask yourself, hey self, hey soul, hey limitless potentials. What do I need to know in this moment to become more consciously aware of my limitless potentials, to journey my reality, to evolve, to grow, to love, to balance, be in balance and wellness and abundance as I intended to do so in my most abundant, evolved dimension of myself, which is here and now truly. We just get to become more conscious of the abundance, the wellness, and balance that is here and now of every dimension of ourselves. Become more unconscious, to become more conscious, to be the evolution, to create the illusion, to be the evolution, to create the evolution that is ourselves, that is our realities, that is our tangible life experiences. The divine is like, I can't just give you everything here and now because there would be no existence. There would be no experience. It would just be here and now and then lights off, nothing else. I sit with yourself 1 hour a day, every day. Kingdom Things podcast, Call to Action. Hey soul, what do I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness of the limitless potentials in which I am, in which we are as the oneness of all things? Wait for the answers because they will come. However they present to you is your unique, authentic frequencies lingo with the oneness of all things, or yourself, or the universes, or the multiverse, or God. This is a Kingdom Things podcast meetup. Within the Kingdom Things podcast meetups, I transcendentally channel energies, beings, spaces, entities, ancestral forces from all over the multiverse of God's creation to assist us as we awaken. So we get to Upanishad, or sit near our ancestral forces through these channelings to learn, to grow, to evolve, to activate remembrance within our cells, within our DNA, within our genome, within our oneness, our energy, to align us to more conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of the energies that are our limitless potentials. Today we will be channeling the Galactic Federation, Tahuti, Moses, Mother Mary, as well as Rabbi Yeshua, most commonly known as Jesus Christ. I'm excited. I'm just going to let it flow and go. I will transcendentally channel. So I'm going to sit back and close my eyes and allow the ancestral forces to speak through me. Whatever energies or messages call out to you, you're more than welcome to align with these energies and messages to assist you in your own soul sojourn, or your own authentic frequencies evolution, or your own life, to assist you with growing and evolving into more soul remembrance, embodiment of your limitless potentials for the upliftment and rejuvenation of all things. Whatever doesn't resonate with your heart space, leave it. It's fine, completely fine. All right. I feel the energies coming through, and part of me wants to introduce, but every energy is like we'll give a brief synopsis of who we are. Whoever decides to do that, will do this. And then again, you can research these figures, ancestral forces, entities, beings, yourself as well. Again, whatever calls out to your heart space, you're more than welcome to align with it. Whatever doesn't, go ahead and leave it. All right, let me go ahead and sit back. Thank you so much, ancestral forces. Thank you, Ashley, Galactic Federation, tapped in, tuned in, turn on to this transmission. To be here, to be stewardess, helping hands, assistance to humanity. As you all awaken and out of your slumber, and open your eyes to the remembrance of the light in which you are, the light in which we exist in, the light which is existence, The Galactic Federation, we are many beings, entities, spaces, places, realms, evolutionary timelines of existence that come together to create form, that come together to create paradigms and structures in which your minds can perceive in your realities as paradigms and structures in which ring true to the evolution of you. Meaning, however you perceive reality is the way you're supposed to perceive it in order to assist with the evolution and makings of you. What you intended to contribute on a soul level, what the divine intended for you to contribute, that contribute in which made way to the spawning of your existence. Thank you, Ashley. Tahuti. Access. Approved. Accessed. Channeling. Access channeled. Access received. Access perceived. Tahuti. Ashley channeled that you human beings of planet Earth are in Tahuti's, or the Atlanteans classroom. As understand humanity, your existence creates paradigms and structures which project into reality and manifest as paradigms and structures in which every species, every generation, every form of existence lives by. What am I saying? What are we saying? You are a palpable, felt dimension of creation. You are wondrous. You are divine. Thank you, Ashley. Energies are so powerful. I'm like flexing my fingers to assist with regulating my body and the energy, you know, staying inside of my body. I've been able to perceive in beautiful, wondrous ways. Like I said earlier, like I channeled earlier in our sciences, we know that all is energy. And my soul taught me, the oneness of all things taught me, hey, Ashley, before you perceive anything in the tangible, it's energy first. And you are a conduit for energy. Humanity, every being of creation is a conduit for energy to be perceived, received, as well as projected to assist towards evolution of the oneness of all things. I'm coming into greater perception of how what we call reality or paradigms, it's such a liquid yet lucid experience. It's such a ineffable yet it's such an experience of ineffability, simultaneously an experience that can be described using every adjective known to man. I'm channeling a book. Excuse me, y'all. I'm channeling a book, or I'm channeling a book from the oneness of all things, or the divine. I read bits and pieces. I've read it bits and pieces and some content across my channels, because I do music as well. I read it, one of my music content. I'll link it below. I did a slow down Sunday where I curated a playlist of songs My music, Ashley-Nicole music, is available to stream on YouTube. I divine. I use my divination skills, my soul gifts, my ancestral forces, and the oneness of all things, or the makings of me, to commune in the spirit, heal myself, heal humanity, heal the oneness of all things, and channel the healing energies within my music. Ashley-Nicole music is available to stream on YouTube. I'll link the Slow Down Sunday below, where I read the book that I'm channeling from the divine, from the oneness of all things. I read it at the beginning of the jam session. And in the book that I've written so far, and then I read, ancestral forces or energies from the oneness of all things were like just describing and putting into perspective just how miraculous all things are, and that we don't have to know anything, truly. And we get to accept the fact that what we do know and what we do choose to align with as our truth is a part of the makings of us, or how we show up in reality to grow and evolve all things. And I was posed the question in the book. It's posed the question: humanity, do you want to be bigoted? Bigoted meaning obstinate attachment to your belief system. Narcissistic, where you believe your way is the way, and any belief system, any paradigms outside of the way you perceive reality is psychotic, lunacy, crazy, weird, eccentric. Or do you want to be open to growth and evolution and to more of your limitless potentials? I was like, I want to be open, divine. It's what we're all created to be. Human Dharmic purpose, to grow and evolve into more of our limitless potentials. Unconditionally loving, or the understanding that everything in our reality is a manifestation of the energies in which we are. Universal principle of correspondence, as below, so above. Everything in our reality is a projection of the energies in which we are. Taking accountability. Hey, so what is it supposed to teach me about myself? Even if I don't like it. Okay, I don't like this. What is this supposed to teach me about myself? Garner the wisdoms. To embody the wisdom, or the energy of being inquisitive about the self. To emit the energies of change or evolution, or to quantumly manifest, co-create realities that reflect the wisdom in which we are. Do you want to be bigoted? I'm like, no, I don't want to be bigoted. There's these fears we hold that are DNA deep, and like I channel, like we know. I'm just gonna say we know it, because I'm gonna speak wellness into every being of creation. Like we know we're limitless potentials, embodied or incarnated or manifested as whoever we're showing up in reality, or infinite creation, or God as in every given moment, in order to assist with growing and evolving all things. It's being compassionate with ourselves, and in the way that we're going to be in fear as we grow into more, as we're fear comes up. I'm not going to say we're going to be in fear. Fear presents itself. Nervousness presents itself as we grow and evolve into more of our limitless potentials, or we encounter energies from the inside of us that manifest externally to us that are different, that bring up different thoughts and intuitive nudges outside of what we conformed to, and identified as a self, or our bigotry, or our obstinate attachments to these paradigms of our belief systems, who we believe and think we are. I channeled in my song, I Was Afraid. I'll link it below. Ashley-Nicole music, I Was Afraid. Remember that anxiety and fear are energies of rejuvenation. However we fix our thought patterns is however we manifest. My soul said, hey, Ashley, anxiety and fear are energies of rejuvenation. So whenever anxiety and fear come up, drop into your heart space, I'm rejuvenating. I'm rejuvenating. I'm becoming more balanced, more well. In the song, when I was co-creating the song, and this is before I started recording my sessions. I now record my sessions live. Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Subscribe to catch the live sessions. I was actually in divination, in the spirit, and I was channeling energies, colonies. This is a lingo the Galactic Federation uses with me, anyways. Like different colonies of galactic creation with societies or cultures or planets or realms much like our own that mirror our own. The divine's like, hey, Ashley, humans of planet Earth, you're not alone. You're one of many, one of infinite. God gave me the analogy, simile, metaphor, figurative language. Creation, galactic creation is like the Garden of Versailles. And the garden mirrors itself like a kaleidoscope. When you look into a kaleidoscope, the different shapes and colors mirror each other. That's what the galactic creation is. We are one colony within this garden of colonies or realms or planets or species. God tweaks a little bit here. This colony is just like this one. It mirrors this colony over here. This colony mirrors this colony over here. But this colony, they don't have helium on their planet. They don't have helium in their realm. This colony does. Let's see how this changes and evolves the cultures, the energies, the beings. What differences does it make? And God, or the omnipotent energy of the oneness of all things, all-knowing, all-present, all-sentient, takes this observation or wisdoms to grow and evolve all more things. The divine always knows what the divine is attempting to create. As whenever creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. Creation needed human being, the bipedal man, to make balance, wellness out of infinity, chaos, infinity and chaos. So you have the bipedal man, where it's one being, limitless potentials, opposite sides in this one being, left, right, up, down, hot, cold in this one being. How does this being relate with itself, with its reality, with other beings? And these calculations evolve and grow and balance infinite potentials. I was chanting the song, I Was Afraid, and this colony within the Garden of Versailles of galactic creation was like, hey, Ashley, we've been where you are. We were once thought we were limited. We thought we were finite. And we started awakening to greater understandings of the energies in which we are, the paradigms in which we created. We got over it. We got through it. We made it through it. Humanity, you'll be just fine. I channeled Harry, another sector, civilization, civilian. I'm gonna link this below. It's the Kingdom Things podcast episode. I'll link it below. He's like, yeah. Him and the Galactic Federation connected me to his energy. He was like, yeah, because I was doing all this healing work as my soul intended to do. Kingdom Things podcast, all of these wisdoms. Again, whatever resonates with your heart, you're more than welcome to align with it, to utilize it, to remember more of your limitless potentials, your authentic frequency, your wellness, your balance. Through your evolution, that is you, your authentic frequency. Whatever doesn't, leave it. Everything that I speak, everything that I do, everything that I say, the origins of Kingdom Things podcast, which was an intuitive divine mandate. It's me, is me, and my soul's authentic evolution. And I'm doing all this healing work as my soul intended to do, as we all intended to do on a soul level before we incarnated. To embody our limitless potentials within our, meld it with our humanism. Tap inward to unlock, remember, our evolutionary wisdoms and mastery that we've garnered through space and time and beyond as a soul, as an energy. Activate this soul's energy or our wisdoms from through all space and time and beyond. Meld it with our humanism in order to grow and evolve humanism into more balance and wellness. I'm healing. I'm doing shadow work. And I'm learning all these things about humanism and the energies in which we carry around. We perpetuated what's in the underbelly, in the bedrock of our joy, what we thought was joy. I'm like, whoa. Human trafficking, sex trafficking, pedophilia was in the bedrock of our humanism. It's ancient, in the bedrock of our evolution. And I'm like, shoot, I'm depressed, I'm sad, shameful, all the things. I was. And the divine is like, I had to do something to keep y'all asleep, Ashley. Because I needed y'all to evolve to a point where you were ready to wield your infinite potentials, or your magic, or your wisdoms, or your extrasensory perception, or your spiritual gifts throughout from your soul's evolution throughout space and time and beyond. I had to prepare you. How did I keep humans of planet Earth amnesiatic to the fact that they're divine? How did I keep you running from yourselves? The energy of sex trafficking, pedophilia, human trafficking was in the bedrock of everything you do, of your beingness, of your evolution, of the makings of you. So I'm depressed, I'm sad. I channeled the song I Was Afraid. I'm like, shoot, I'm scared. The other sector colony was like, the other colonies from the Garden of Versailles of galactic creation was like, hey, Ashley, you're going to get through it just fine. We've been where you've been. You'll get through it just fine. The Galactic Federation and Harry from the other sector, they were like, yeah, we understand, human trafficking, sex trafficking, pedophilia. Those are repugnant, not great things at all. And I've done two channeled works, Kingdom Things podcast. I'll link these below, where I channel in energies from throughout the multiverse, galactic creation, and beyond space and time. I channel in these ancestral energies from my soul or my Akashic record, and they assist with healing these paradigms, to be the wellness, to shapeshift reality quantumly, to get rid of sex trafficking, pedophilia, human trafficking. That's one of the divine's mandates. The divine was like, we don't need this anymore. No more of this. The Galactic Federation and Harry, I'll link those below. Kingdom Things podcast, 2 installments that I've done that I remember specifically was about human trafficking, sex trafficking, pedophilia. Those are linked below in the description of this Kingdom Things podcast installment. So I'm doing all this healing of the humanism, and I'm like, ooh, shoot, like facing myself. The divine is like, we're no longer at a point, like humans, you are awakening, you are becoming grown ASS, divine beings, galactic beings, divine presence. We are above and beyond projecting, blaming, shaming. Universal work, baby, coming into universal mastery, in which you've always been. Every human being has always been. Every being of creation has always been. What? Because everything is truly here and now. The paradigms of separation, evolution, growth, differences are paradigms which create reality, abstract creation, evolution of form. The divine is like every being of creation, every human, you are divine mastery. You are universal mastery. We're above and beyond shaming, blaming, pointing fingers. We are grown divine beings. We are grown galactic beings. My soul's like, hey, Ashley, try not to curse, because we want this to be a family podcast. But I know some things are like, it's not for the kids, because we really be healing stuff. We really get to the nitty gritty, and we really be healing some things within our humanism that we, before, like God said, I had to keep y'all running from yourselves. We not running no more. So we face some things that the kids know about on a soul level, but do we want to just, pedophilia, let's heal it with our kids? No. Some things, Kingdom Things podcast, viewers' discretion is advice. And don't take any advice and substitute it for professional medical help. Please and thank you. The colonies were like, you're going to be just fine. Galactic Federation was like, we've seen a lot. And I know this is really heavy. Pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking, the war, famine, disease, death. I know it's heavy. But understand that it gets worse. Not saying it gets worse to demean your experience, to cast like an inferiority complex, like, not inferiority, but like, what is it called? Not to gaslight your experience. Feel what you feel and understand your feelings are extremely valuable to feel through your feelings and valid. It gets where it's saying that you'll make it through this. You'll evolve, you'll grow, you'll garner the wisdoms from everything you experience. The divine's like, I had to keep y'all running from yourselves. So this is why you've experienced all the suffering. We're past projecting shame, blame, guilt, resentment onto other people. Universal principle of correspondence, as below, so above. Everything in our reality is a projection of the energies in which we are. We have to be the solution. We have to activate our soul's remembrance, drop into our heart space. Hey, what is this supposed to teach me about myself? Wait for the answers, garner the wisdoms, be the wisdoms, embody the wisdoms, practice the wisdoms, to quantumly manifest, to co-create realities that are less than the things that kept us running from ourselves. Or slavery, sex trafficking, human trafficking, death, disease, war, famine, poverty. Which brings me to the Kingdom Things Podcast, 2033 Prophecy. By the year 2033, the divine says, the oneness of all things says, our soul says, quantum, omnipotent, benevolent energy says, we will be in the energies of consciousness awareness, spiritual awakening in the masses, to understand we are a human culture, planet Earth, with no disease, no death, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty. As disease, death, war, famine, poverty were a part of the makings of us, to prepare us to be limitless potentials in the physical, or to be what we were created to be, our human dharmic purpose, to balance, assist with the equilibrium or balancing of infinite potentials, as being infinite potentials within the paradigms of finite or form or dimensionality, to assist towards evolution of all things. I'm going to go ahead and sit back, and we're going to go ahead and get into channeling Rabbi Yeshua, most commonly known as Jesus Christ. Mother Mary will follow Rabbi Yeshua, or Jesus Christ, and then we will end with Moses. Thank you, ancestral forces. Again, I'm going to close my eyes and transcendentally channel. You're welcome to close your eyes as well, to allow in, or to relax into love, to allow any energies or messages that want to help you meld with your oneness, to help you evolve into more of your limitless potentials, to do so. Again, whatever rings truth to your spirit, you're more than welcome to align with it for the evolution of yourself, to more of your limitless, abundant wellness, for the upliftment and rejuvenation of all things. Whatever doesn't, you're more than welcome to leave it. Please leave it. Ashley, thank you for allowing me in as a guest into your home, to your podcast, to your creation, co-creation, to assist towards the evolution of all things. I'm really proud of you, Ashley, for being proud of yourself, for being proud of your soul's knowings, your authentic frequency, your evolution, your contribution that is the oneness of all things. The spirit realms are dimensions of yourself in which once you perceived as separate from yourselves or heaven, we are related. We are elated as well as related. We are one. We are elated in the dimensions of existence, sixth dimension of reality. As well, you'll find myself, Rabbi Yeshua, as well as other light beings that once dwelled as human beings of planet Earth. Oh my goodness. This is the first time Ashley is channeling this information, garnering this understanding. She is excited. Thank you, Ashley. Oh my gosh. Let me say heart center. I'm so excited. Whoa, let me just drop it to my heart space and breathe. Thank you, Rabbi Yeshua. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited because this is about a satori for me, or a spiritual awakening, remembrance. It's like making sense out. It's allowing the mind to make sense out of what my soul's been teaching me. my soul's wisdoms and the evolution and makings in me. Just as I hope and pray as is intended, I hope this, everything I channel, as well as what Rabbi Yeshua just shared, helps you make sense out of your evolution, your soul's authentic frequency, the makings of you. I am to channel light beings. I do channel light beings now, but I am to channel and interview light beings within my podcast, Kingdom Things podcast, with the ancestral forces of the light beings being in apparition form in front of the camera. This is a part of the evolution of the makings of me. My spiritual practice as a human of planet Earth, and my contribution to the makings of all things, or the evolution of all things. My contributions to the culture called humanism of planet Earth. I'm going to share. I'm super excited. It was a couple years ago. Ashley, how did you get to understand that you were going to be channeling light beings or our ancestral forces in apparition form? I go on walks in the morning and in the evening every day. And I walk more as well. But I was on my evening walk, and the ancestral force, the Rabbi, or the Lubavitcher Rabbi, he came through. By the way, the year he transcended, 1994, or we know it as death. The year he transcended was the year I was born, which is a really cool fact. Fun fact. I was walking in the afternoon, and he came through. I was able to perceive him using my extrasensory perception. It was like telepathy plus more extrasensory perception. And I've channeled the Lubavitcher Rebbe, the Rebbe, a few times in the podcast. I'll link the installments in which I've channeled the Rebbe within the description of this video under the reference Kingdom Things podcast content. And he was like, Ashley, when you start channeling beings, apparition form on your podcast, I want to be the first being. I want you to channel me. I want you to interview me. And I was like, yes. I was like, yes, Rabbi, the Rabbi. I was like, yes. I was like, yeah. At the time, I was less conscious or awakened, spiritually awakened, or less conscious or spiritually awakened. So I was like, shoot, I don't know how this is gonna happen. I was like, I don't know, but yes. And my soul is priming me pretty well. Hey, Ashley, just take the steps. You don't have to know everything now. Just take the steps that we guide you to take, or your soul guides you to take. Take your steps and allow every step to be a brush, a brush on the canvas of what you're creating or what you're contributing to reality. So I was like, yes, Rabbi. I was like, yes. And then Rabbi Yeshua, or Jesus, came through. Was like, yeah, I want you to channel me as well. I was like, yes, of course. Yeah, sure, of course. And I just got to understand a bunch of ancestral forces. I was like, yes, surely. Just like I channel now, but I transcendentally channel. It's a different form of the apparition of our ancestors. Their energy is flowing through myself, one with myself, and speaking through me to present their wisdoms and their insights and their energy to humanity as we grow and evolve within my podcast, Kingdom Things podcast. Gratitude. Understanding that, and I now have a greater appreciation for Kingdom Things podcast, because this is part of my spiritual inheritance, or it's a natural dimension of the evolution of my soul. Because this podcast is nothing I thought of. My soul's like, hey, Ashley, go walk outside. I was catalyzed onto my spiritual awakening journey back in 2018, 2019. And I got to the point 2020, 2021, my soul's like, hey, Ashley, I need you to become everything I created you to be. My intentions at the time were to come into physical union with my divine counterpart. And now I've evolved so much spiritually, where I have the conscious awareness that, in which I knew back then, but I'm more consciously aware and melded with the energies and the wisdoms that any union with any physical being, it happens internally first. The divine counterparts are a mirror of you, or a universally aligned, divinely mandated helpmate, as you know, the Torah calls it, helpmate, or divine counterpart, kingdom spouse. That the divine, or the oneness of all things, alchemizes, creates for you to co-create your reality, your physical reality. So my motivation is to become, God's like, I need you to become everything I created you to be, to come into union with this person. which my soul, the oneness of all things, gave me this divine revelation of who my person would be when I was 9 years old. Full circle moment, I'm here. God's like, I need you to become everything I created you to be. The divine counterpart journey, twin flame journey, is to squeeze you, stretch you into remembrance that you are one with your person. You are one with all things. You are one with limitless potentials. You are one with Shekinah. You are one with Hashem. You are one with Elohim. You are one with Allah. You are one with God. Having a human experience, or wherever you are, whatever experience, whatever realm, whatever species of being, to help grow and evolve all things. My initial intention to become everything God created me to be. I was like, hey, if you want to be with this person, you have to become everything I created you to be, nothing less. So this is my original intention. My soul told me, hey, Ashley, go walk outside. I was following my intuition, doing my thing, to be everything I was created to be in the divine. I was guided to walk outside to this reserve. And I walked outside to the reserve a couple neighborhoods over, and I sat on this rock. And I was just waiting. And I got the intuitive, telepathic communications, start a podcast, call it Kingdom Things Podcast. Talk to the sensitive soul, sensitive people. I was like, yes, divine presence. Oh, Lord, I surely am. I started the podcast. And I began channeling. The divine's like, don't go looking for any spirits. Don't go look, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Reality is evolution, is a process. I was like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna do this podcast? What am I? But I thought I had to figure it out. I thought I had to figure out Kingdom Things Podcast. And then my soul was like, hey, Ashley, this is a divine mandate. Let it grow and evolve into what it's supposed to be. And don't have your brain paradigms and bigotry so tight around Kingdom Things Podcast. Because this is a divine orchestration, universal ordering. And however the divine moves through you, or your soul moves through you, or the oneness of all things moves through you, or the ancestral forces or the multiverse moves through you to co-create Kingdom Things Podcast, let it be what it's going to be. Did I know I was going to be channeling? No. I thought I was going to be having conversations about humanism with other incarnated beings. I was DMing people on Instagram, hey, do you want to be on my podcast? That's why I have 2 podcasts with other incarnated beings. I'll link these episodes below. I'll link the episodes below. I interviewed Ishmael Perez, as well as Ask No podcast. I'll link these 2 editions below, 2 editions of Kingdom Things Podcast below in the reference content. After that, God's like, Ashley, don't go looking for nobody else to interview on your podcast. I'm going to send the people to you. I was like, okay, God. Because I would go into meditation. I still am in zealotry. I live like zealotry, seeking God, inside God of all things. I live in zealotry now, but at the time I was shifting from being super externally oriented or invertedly oriented, before I remember that everything starts within. Create your reality within. Balance your energies within. Align your thought patterns with what you're wanting to create on a soul level from within, and then cast those energies, thoughts. Follow your intuitive guidance to do or align your actions with the energies and thoughts of your soul level manifestations, or who you intended to be on a soul level. What you intended to contribute to humanity, to all of creation on a soul level. Start from the inside. Align your energy, thought patterns, and move in the tangible world by your intuitive guidance. Before I remembered this and began to master this or practice this, I was super externally oriented. Thought I had to do everything by myself, following the stringent paradigms. So I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do that. My soul's like, hey, Ashley, incorporate a little bit of that into how you're moving now. I say that to say, it's a reminder that God's like, every way that you've shown up, own it. Because I use a little bit of everything for your alchemy, for your evolution. God's like, incorporate a little bit of that in what you're doing right now. I say that because I started, and I was told by my soul, it's a humanism thing. Whenever you shift into new paradigms of yourself, we have the tendency to downplay or look down on older versions of ourselves, or people that we related with and communed with when we were in old energetic embodiments of ourselves. God's like, don't do that. Don't do that. What's the saying? The same people you meet coming up are the same people you meet going down. God's like, every version of yourself, appreciate it, honor it, and garner the wisdoms from it. And understand that's a part of your multidimensionality. So God's like, I need you to incorporate a little bit of that, you know. But I was super externally oriented, so I thought I had to do Kingdom Things podcast all by myself. I had to find I had to find people to interview. What I do? God's like, calm down, let it be what it's gonna be. This is the divine orchestration. This is your soul's evolution, a fruit of your soul's evolution. I was like, okay. And then I started channeling. I was guided to come home, sit down, and I was channeling the whole time. I had practice episodes. The first published episodes, audio stuff. Those are all practice. Those are my practice ones that I had in my notes. So my soul's like, hey, go publish those. I don't think I published all of them, but I published a couple of them. God's like, publish those. I was like, okay. I'm gonna publish them too. The practice episodes I have in my notes, I'll publish the rest of them. It's like 5-6 episodes. And then one day I was outside running errands, and my soul's like, hey, Ashley, when you get home, go sit in your chair and close your eyes. And I did. I sat in my chair, closed my eyes, and then energy started speaking through me. It was the Pleiadians. They're extraterrestrial star being race, extraterrestrial, interdimensional star being race that assisted with the makings and evolution of humanity. They started speaking through me. I cried. That I didn't publish that first channeling. And I started channeling the Pleiadians, and I started channeling all the beings and things, different dimensions, from different dimensions. And now I'm here, where I have a pride and a joy and a respect and an honor for what it is that I'm doing within Kingdom Things podcast, what I'm co-creating with Kingdom Things podcast. This is my soul's authentic evolution. I grow and evolve and learn from my ancestors, our ancestors, through Kingdom Things podcast. I want to enjoy this phase. Let's enjoy every moment of our evolution, understanding it's an answered prayer of our ancestral forces or other dimensions of ourselves, everywhere that we show up in every moment. I will channel the Liberator Rabbi and other ancestral forces where they appear on camera, apparition form. I was in my room yesterday. But why did you get into this whole story? Rabbi Yeshua just said we're 6-dimensional beings. I'm like, wow. My brain is like, oh my gosh, I get it. I'm going to be channeling the ancestral forces, apparition form on camera, Kingdom Things podcast. Okay, this makes sense. I get it. I was in my room yesterday, and the Liberator Rabbi appeared next to me. My third eye, I could perceive him. He's like, I'm short, Ashley, because I'm really tall, 5'11". He said he was next to me. He was just, a wee little man. he's a small man. He's like, cause I'm tall. He's like, I'm a small man, Ashley. I'm little. I was like, whoa. And then it got really cold, cause I like parts of me was like parts of my brain, because we're working through our brain patterns being more malleable and not so bigoted or strictly formed to where we're not open to perceiving more of our limitless nature. So for a while, I was like, dang, is this real? I was like, well, is this real? I was like, is this real? I was like, and then it got extremely cold. I was like, okay, yeah. That was my soul confirming, like, yes, Ashley, this is real. I was like, whoa. He just appeared next to me. He's like, I'm small, Ashley, I'm short. I was like, whoa. And it got really cold. That's why I got so excited when Rabbi Yeshua was like, we're 6-dimensional beings. I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Full circle moment. I hope everything I just shared was soul enlightening, activated something in your remembrance, your spirit, encouraged you to be more of your authentic frequency with joy, pride of wellness and balance for the upliftment of all things. Thank you, Galactic Federation. Thank you, Rabbi Yeshua. Thank you, Tahuti. I'm going to go ahead and sit back, and we're going to channel Moses, actually. We're going to go ahead and sit back, and we're going to go into Moses, the channel of Moses. Thank you ahead of time, Moses. Thank you, Ashley, for allowing me once again to join you on your podcast. Gratitude and appreciations for me, from creation, from the oneness of all things, for what you're doing within your podcast, for what humanity is doing for the oneness of all things. Irregardless of your conscious awareness of how grand, how abundant your contribution to creation is, humanity. Understand your contribution to creation is abundant, is grand, is benevolent, is creates wellness, joy, abundance for your ancestral forces, for me, Moses, for Rabbi Yeshua, for Tahuti, for Mother Mary, for the galactic creation or beings and entities and forces well beyond your perception at any moment. Thank you, Ashley. As I channel the ancestral forces, thank you, Moses. As I channel the ancestral forces, big, abundant, powerful, multiverse energies come through. I feel it through my body. And before I awakened, we awakened humanity to the remembrance that it is not only okay to be big in energy and presence, and the understanding that we are limitless. It is necessary. It is our Dharmic purpose. It is why we exist, to remember that we are one with all things, that we are limitless. We have these personas or characters. I channeled a song, Ashley-Nicole music. It's called Energetic Breakthrough. I'll link it below. It's on Epoch, the album. It's streaming Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. It got so bad we became the mask. The lyrics are, it got so bad we became the mask. Meaning, when we incarnate into our humanism, into these paradigms where divinity, multidimensionality, the holiness in which we are, the omnipotent presence in which we are, is demonized or shamed in so many ways, in the way that humanism is demonized and shamed, and our humanism is one with our divinity. So before we would hide, we would mask ourselves, or become our egos, or become the paradigms of strict obstinance, and block out our divinity, or block out the divine, calcify within the paradigms and obstinance in the way that we didn't perceive our divinity. We didn't perceive our limitless nature. We didn't perceive our wisdoms. We hid. I'm going to channel the Kingdom Things podcast installment that I channeled. Can't remember the name of it, but I channeled Moses, Rabbi Yeshua. I think Tahuti as well as in there. I'm gonna link it below. Moses is like, y'all hide in y'all's offices, in your occupations. Humanity, you hide in your offices, your occupations, your homes, on your vacations. You hide from yourself, your limitless potentials, or your wisdom, or your divinity, or we become so busy in the obstinance. We're making the money to go on this vacation, becoming this occupation, doing this and that. It's all great, it's grand. But it wasn't great and grand when we were doing these things to avoid the divinity in the room. That is we, that are we, the I am, our limitless potentials. We used to hide from ourselves and become the mask. It got so bad, we became the mess. It's time for an energetic breakthrough. We became the mask. This song is like, I need to loosen up my heart around it and just listen to what it's trying to teach me about myself instead of trying to think through it. Because I know the energies are super healing, to break up the obstinance and allowing the divine wisdoms from our heart space, from our beingness in which we are. I say that to say, we don't have to hide anymore. We don't have to, it's no longer even saying dim our lights, but we can accept ourselves in every way that we show up. And grow and evolve with the reflection, introspection on, reflecting and introspecting on every way that in which we show up. Thank you, Moses. Thank you, Moses. I'm going to go ahead and sit back, and we're going to channel Mother Mary, Rabbi Yeshua, Jesus Christ's mother. And Mother Mary, she's Mother Mary in and of herself. I channel Mother Mary formally within the Kingdom Things podcast live that I did, that it's not public. It was the first time I channeled Mother Mary. Formally, I cried. Her energy, her spirit was so healing. Baby, so many generations of my ancestry were just being healed and purged and elevated and illuminated and leveled and balanced. I cried as soon as her spirit, baby, amplified in my presence, in my energy, in my space, in my body. I cried. I should have to say I might cry again. Thank you, Mother Mary. And we're publishing this. We're gonna publish this. So I said to say I cried. I might cry. Crying is fine. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. All right. Thank you, Mother Mary, ahead of time so much for coming through. I appreciate it. You are welcome, dear one. You are welcome. I am grateful anytime my presence is felt and honored, and the way humanity used to be grateful and proud when your presence is honored and felt. Understanding you feeling and honoring your own presence is where it starts. If you want to, as you become the light, the illumination in which you were created to be, understanding, allowing yourself to loosen the paradigms of who it is that you will be, allowing yourself to be within the paradigms of who you are, in the way that you illuminate the paradigms in which you are, to loosen and illuminate the path of who you will be. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Mother Mary. Thank you. Thank you, Mother Mary. Thank you. I want to thank you all so much for joining me on this, joining myself within this Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips transmission. Thank you again, Galactic Federation, Tahuti, Moses, Rabbi Yeshua, most commonly known, formerly known as Jesus Christ, as well as Mother Mary, Moses. Again, subscribe to the video if you're watching on YouTube. Follow if you're watching on Spotify. Share to help proliferate the Kingdom Things podcast journey to a healed and balanced human culture, planet Earth. I hope there are energies and messages that excite you into more of the evolution of more of the authentic, limitless potentials in which you are, with wellness, balance, joy, abundance, for the upliftment of yourself and your ancestral history, your familial history, the oneness of all things. Again, my music, Ashley-Nicole Music, is available to stream on YouTube. I'm also an author. I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, which has been a part of my evolution, the makings of me. My soul's like, hey, Ashley, channel these books to help remind you who you are, and then share it with the world to help humanity, as y'all remember, to bring joy and culture evolution to your community, to your planet. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is a 3-part book series. The first 2 parts are Astia's story. Astia is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school, Manhattan Prep. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey. She goes through a lot of existential crises, which help remember her into alignment, universal alignment of her limitless potentials, to embody the energies that are her limitless, abundant potentials, well-balanced potentials, to show up as more abundance, limitless potentials, well-balanced potentials, to manifest a life that reflects the limitless, abundant potentials in which she is. The 3rd part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is My Other Half. It's such a beautiful book. 1 soul, 2 bodies, many lifetimes. So many love stories in 1 book. It's so cool. I channeled this to my soul space, baby. It's so cool. 1 soul, 2 bodies, many lifetimes. A twin flame or divine counterpart journey back home to the home frequency or God inside. This 1 soul, 2 bodies, many lifetimes. Planet Earth. Know they're supposed to co-create a love and a lifetime. Know they're supposed to create a love and a life together. But each evolutionary status of each lifetime says that their love can't work. They will co-create a love and a life together. Which life, which love, under which circumstances? This is the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It is available in the Amazon bookstore. If you're doing paperback copies mailed to your home, The first two stories, Asia's story, is in one binding. Coming Home, the story of Asia, followed by the story of Asia, I'm Home. It's in one binding. The third part, My Other Half, is in a separate binding. So two bindings, $29.98 plus tax, paperback. If you're doing digital, 3 separate digital downloads, $29.97 plus tax. I'm also a home chef. I enjoy cooking. Whatever the ancestors tell me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish, this is what I put into the pot, the pan, the baking dish. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube, link below. I love Magic Meals. I get to loosen up. And, because Kingdom Things podcast is my spiritual practice. There's a certain decorum, that I like to keep within Kingdom Things podcast, because this is a healing space. We come here to heal. The divine sins, souls, beings, things, we come here to heal. So there's certain decorum that I keep within Kingdom Things podcast, baby. Over Magic Meals, we laugh, we joke, we kiki, we get divine revelations. We go to the grocery store. We use mystery ingredients. Sometimes the episode is Did You Eat episode. I know what you said it tastes like, but did you eat though? You say you didn't like it, but did you eat? Sometimes the episode is a Did You Eat episode. Whatever we think we gonna cook, sometimes what I mean to say, whatever we think we gonna cook, we don't cook that. But nonetheless, we have a good time. We talk, we laugh, we kiki. Divine revelations. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube, is linked below. I also have Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment. We do public powwow sessions. Whatever the universal forces, the oneness of all things, the divine tells me, hey, Ashley, look at this paradigm within humanism. Do a Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment. I'm gonna help you. We gonna help you heal. The oneness of all things, ancestral forces, we're gonna help you heal this. Do a transmission. It's a group powwow session. The universe comes through the energies, channeling energies, incantations that help heal and evolve humanism, the paradigms that kept us in bondage or lack, poverty consciousness. We heal over there. Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment is available to stream for free on YouTube. It's linked below in the description of this Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips transmission. I also do one-on-one powwow sessions. You're able to book your one-on-one powwow session within the Kingdom Things podcast Healing Home Square portal. It's linked below in the description of this video. Well, I hope she don't come on camera. She did. It's okay. Go sit down over there for a second, okay? Please. Thank you, Hazel. The one-on-one power sessions, whatever the ancestral forces, the oneness of all things, or your soul wants to share with you, I do video style, I channel video, whatever your soul or the oneness of all things wants you to experience, energies, incantations, to help you break through karmic knots or limiting beliefs or dense energies within the makings of you, your soul, your evolution, your ancestral history, to help you align with more conscious awareness of your limitless potentials, soul gifts, to help you evolve and grow within your reality with more of your limitless nature, embodying more of the energies of your limitless nature. Again, you're able to book your powwow session, one-on-one powwow session within the Kingdom Things podcast Healing Home portal below. I don't take a lot of those. I'm not trying to be stingy, but I don't want to overwork myself. So whatever is available, have at it. I am going to start doing group powwow sessions, masterclass style. So we'll have those as well. Whenever subscribe to the channel, follow Kingdom Things Podcast on Facebook, Kingdom Things Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, to keep up to date, Twitter as well, to keep up to date with the group powwow sessions and any other really cool things, divine presence, co-creates through myself to help us as we evolve into more of our limitless conscious awareness of our limitless potentials. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your true truths. Give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you perceive more of your limitless potentials. Kingdom Things Podcast is a dedicated occupation of mine. I do take charitable donations. If Kingdom Things Podcast has been beneficial to you in any way, my PayPal link is below in the description. I'm going to see y'all later. Bye. It tastes like freedom. The ideology of sin, we no longer need it.